Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 Gathering Storm in the press preview build. I want to thank Firaxis once again. I'm trying to do it at the start of every episode because I'm so grateful that they gave me access to the preview build, because it has just been a wonderful experience to be able to, well, I mean, you know, I kind of love the Civ game and being able to play it. You know, there's a part of me that's like, I'm a content creator and I need to make the content for the fans, but there's also a part of me that's like, I just really like Civ and I'm really glad that I'm playing it right now. So let's go ahead and choose our production over here. We completed another settler over here in our capital, the Kupe. The Kupe. I don't know how to actually pronounce that, but I hope I didn't completely butcher it. Maybe I did. Alrighty, so we have a settler here. We still have quite a few cities where it could be fun to settle cities, just for fun. Well, I could settle down here on the salt. Minus 13 loyalty, though, because we're so close to this city. Hurts. We could settle down here, around here, maybe down here as well. Lots of loyalty problems. I think I was going to send a settler up here. That settler might have died. Perhaps. Let's get these guys linked up. I did not mean to open the city-state screen. Gosh darn it. I think we'll settle up here. I think that seems reasonable. Let's choose our production. The question is, I'd really like to get zoos up and stuff like that, but I mean, let's open up the settler screen. Is there anywhere kind of viable left on the map to settle? And the answer is kind of no. Not that I see, so it might be time to transition out of settlers. I mean, I could get a city up here. Well, I mean, it could be fun to settle up here. I think I might just settle, like, I think this might actually be my, like, last settler or two. I might get one more settler over here, and then I might just settle these two things, and then I might just settle this. Well, this is going to get flooded, so maybe I don't want to settle that in case somebody starts pumping out carbon and then my city gets flooded and then I just lose it. I'm not even sure how that works, actually. But yeah, I think I'll just settle over here and maybe settle on this tile right here and then call it a day for settling. So let's go and grab 2 more settlers, and then that'll be us for settling this game. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and get this. Look at these lovely borders. I think I'd actually kind of like to get a little bit more food to grow just that scooch faster. Let's carefully explore with this scout. And over here, purchase that tile. See, it's got a forest on it, so it's actually quite a good production tile. Or, sorry. Oh, it's got to be unimproved to get the 2 production. Might actually be better to leave this unimproved. That might have been a mistake to improve it. It'll be fine. We want that improved anyway. Let's go to the next turn. Alright, we entered the Renaissance era, and we have entered into another golden age, and now we can build Renaissance walls. Let's make our dedication. Oh, we're in a regular era. Oh no, we're in a golden era. We could get monumentality again. I think... I think, since I've already settled all my cities, I don't need to faith purchase settlers. And I already have a lot of things that I want to spend my faith on, namely Renaissance walls with the help of Valletta. So I think I'm going to skip monumentality. And I don't need to spread my religion, so I'm going to skip this. And I've already settled... Excuse me, I've already settled all my cities. So I think I'm going to go for reform the coinage here just to completely pump up how much gold I'm making with my international trade routes. Because a lot of my trade routes should start coming online in the next little while. So, now that we have Renaissance walls unlocked, we don't need to get writing because we can't get great works of writing. I think it might be a good idea here to pick up the Venetian arsenal, because that's going to be a building I want in a lot of my cities. This guy is heading up this way. I could actually probably fit 2 cities up here, but I don't know if it's worth it. It might be worth it. We'll see. Alrighty. I have 2 build charges here that I could use, and I think I'm going to go improve that. We'll explore here. You I'm going to go park over there on the city. You're continuing to explore for me. We'll go to the next turn. Hopefully I can find maybe another thingy or two. The quadrium can't be upgraded yet because I haven't researched the frigate. We will purchase this if we can, and we can indeed. And then we will improve it and get the little border pop. Question is, do I want this in Ngaruahia or in this city? And I think this city could actually use that probably to better effect. Let's get medieval walls in here and Renaissance walls in here so that we can get a little bit more housing and keep the city growing, because it's starting to work inefficient tiles. We'll have to maybe look into doing some more improvements. Right. Lots of really big cities. Looks like a volcano exploded over here. Kind of hurting these tiles. We can actually check. It... Excuse me. Apologies for that. It actually fertilized 3 of these tiles, which is really cool. Okay, you want to buy luxuries and you want to give me a diplomatic favor? I'll take that deal. I already have chocolate, but that's fine. I don't mind that. So we're having housing troubles over here in Wanganui. I'm not even sure how to say this city. But it's got Wang in its name. Let's faith purchase medieval walls. I can't get the Renaissance walls just yet. That'll give us a little bit of room for growth. Sure. I think we can de-emphasize some growth now. And unlock some of these growth tiles to see if maybe other things are worthwhile. Let's go just check down here. Keep exploring with you. Got 4 build charges left on this guy. So let's go get this fishing tile improved. That'll border pop me again. I'm not willing to sell my diplomatic points. Thank you very much. Looks like a city-state was just killed. Yeah, it was Zanzibar. It was over here somewhere, right? Yeah, looks like Zanzibar has been killed. So I can't actually get rid of the bonus resources, and I don't. Yeah, so I have to just keep this. So we'll build a farm on it. It has a marsh, which should get boosted by the theater square when it arrives. Let's keep exploring here. Unit needs orders, and you're going to do what? You have 3 build charges. Well, we kind of want to hold on to them. Oh my god, I never upgraded this guy. There's my machinery boost, guys. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. I'm going to put some of these builders asleep until I can start planting forests. I'm not too far away from it. Oh, World Congress. So it looks like somebody is submitting a thingy. So I'm not party to the emergency, so I didn't get to vote on this, but 3 other people were. So I managed to get suzerainty of Palanque. I don't know how to say it. Candy would like to be religiously converted. Candy is all the way up here. I don't have a holy site nearby that I could build from. Granada, commercial hub, entertainment complex, great scientist, religious conversion, great general, trade route to Akkad, entertainment complex. So I should get some of these. Wow, this guy is still available. Oh, you can show the biography. I will not be clicking that button because that brings you to the Civipedia. Don't do it, Potato. Don't click the button. Don't do it. Grants 4 loyalty per turn to this city. Right. We have the campus, we have the holy site, we have the theater square. We want the harbor. So we'll plug that in. And then eventually we're going to want the entertainment complex as well. Let's faith purchase the Renaissance walls and then get to work on the shrine and temple. because they give me +1 housing each, which is quite useful. We'll faith purchase the medieval walls, and we'll get to work on the holy site in here. I want to start getting a couple of holy sites up. I think it would be useful. Now this guy could actually be useful for doing a little bit of forward settling, so I'm going to park him here. I might even attach him to this. It means I could maybe settle a little bit more aggressively. Right. I have a builder over here. I'm just going to park you here and put you asleep, and then when we have a conservation, I'll make sure to try and wake them all up. Ooh, looks like a volcano erupted over here. Interesting. In fact, that's a desert tile. Wait, where is that? Oh, shoot. Where was that? Ah, where was it? Here, that's a desert tile with food on it now, which is really interesting. Oh, it's a desert tile with food and production. That's really cool. Right. Just going to put you asleep. Keep exploring with you. And we're continuing on nicely in this little game. Alrighty, completed the first civic from an era of new discovery. Completed the first industrial era civic. Now, this card might be worth plugging in. So let's have a look at the continents map mode. And so most of my core cities are on my continent of South America here. But, yeah, most of my cities are actually located on South America. So I don't know if I would get much benefit from running that. But this card could potentially raise the colonization card. And that would give me 25% gold and 10% production in quite a few of my cities, which is quite worth it. I feel like this card is going to be really strong with Dido. The alternative to running this is... I don't really have an alternative. I mean, triangular trade is okay. I think I'm going to run this card. And I'm going to start purchasing traders, because traders are really high value for me right now in this era, so they should pay themselves off. Even if they're quite expensive up front, they'll start paying themselves off pretty quickly. Let's go into alert mode, go to sleep. And yeah, I'm going to send Niani over here. I can get 35 gold and a little bit of production, a little bit of gold and culture. Or faith, rather. Which is kind of like a roundabout way to get culture, if you think about it. Right. Doing some good exploration. So he wants to buy some iron. I'll accept that deal. He's going to sell me some diplomatic favor. I have a lot of diplomatic favor in the bank, so I should be able to swing key votes in the late game in my favor if I need to. I have access to the shipyard and the Venetian arsenal. Do I want to go for the Venetian arsenal, actually? That's an interesting question. Where could I build it? I could build it over here. Oh, it has to be... I need to build an industrial zone. Never mind. I'm not going to be going for that. I could get the Huey. I don't really have the lake for a Huey. The Angkor Wat would be okay. I could go for the Petra. I could go for the Chichen Itza. Actually, Chichen Itza in here. That means I wouldn't have to chop all these tiles. If I build the Chichen Itza in here, I lose one of these tiles, but... all of these rainforest tiles become even more incredible. And if I park it right here, beside my theater square, I'd get a culture bonus. So I feel like this could be a worthwhile thing to do. It will hurt my short-term productivity, but I think in the long term it'll come out quite useful. Now, I have just researched shipyard, so I think I'm going to purchase that in here so that I can get the +4 production, which will make up for the fact that I crushed this tile. I'll still get the Chichen Itza in a reasonable amount of time, and then I might try to save up faith to see if I can grab this guy and finish that pretty quickly. I think that could work quite well for me. Great Zimbabwe wouldn't be terrible to pick up. I'd like to unlock Niter. I'd also like to unlock the ability to make lumber mills at some point. I'm kind of neglecting this bottom half of the tree a little bit. I'm trying to think what our key techs are. Well, let's just unlock Niter, because there are some tech boosts associated with that. And I have another one of these caravels. I'm going to go park him over here. It looks like we have found a quadrireme that we need to take out. And so now... Oh, Jerusalem would like a trade route. That'll get me another envoy. Remember, that envoy is worth +1 gold for the rest of the game with my current policy cards. This trade route could go to Kandy, but I think it's better off going to Buddha, because I will get quite a bit better. Although it will increase the pressure of his religion in my city, which I am not super thrilled about. And we'll go to the next turn. So you want to buy the Sandals of the Prophet. I'm really not interested in selling this. But you'll sell your Diplomatic Favor pretty cheaply. I'm not really interested in spending that much on Diplomatic Favor. I think my gold is much happier. Well, yes, I'll be friends with Hungary. I need to renew my alliance with Hungary. That's something that's important, actually. Particularly, I want to renew my cultural alliance with him so that we don't have loyalty problems. Because the second... the ability of the cultural alliance is that we don't exert loyalty pressure. And I think once it levels up, I can't remember what it does when it levels up. But it is leveling up reasonably quickly. Should be there in less than 40 turns. Okay, we got the Maori over here. Looking good. We have the harbour placed. I'm going to want a holy site in here. And there's a +2 holy site right here. Nice. I want to save my faith. So I'm going to spend a bit of time building stuff like monuments that I would normally spend faith on. I'm trying to convert production into faith by building things I would normally buy with faith. Let's get the flanking bonus. These guys have ideal terrain and a support bonus. But even so, we should still be able to make short work of them. We have a city ranged attack over here. Man, I'm gonna need a bigger navy. Wait a minute. Didn't I send settlers off up here? There they are. Okay. I could settle 2 cities up here. I might settle like right. It's kind of hard, right? I want to get all these crabs. If I move anywhere but here, I'm going to miss out on these 2 crabs. So it's really whether or not I want these 2 crabs or these 2 crabs. And I think here works best. Because I can go like... Da-da, 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 da-da. Yeah, that works fine for me. Sweden and Hungary are allied.
Blast. Build.
So there's military engineering. That's going to unlock Niter. And I'm getting 6 per turn. Can you win this fight? I don't think you can. You have slightly lower base power, so you would lose that fight. So let's take this kill, pull you back to heal. Choose our research. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to de-link this and bring it over to take out this. Right. I would kind of like to build railroads, so industrialization might not be a bad thing. What's my first late game power source that I can get access to? Because I need to figure out how I'm going to power my cities, my late game buildings, with power. It looks like it's either satellites or wind farms. Or solar farms, sorry. Must be built on flat terrain. Cannot be built on snow. I might just be doing a powerless run. Because what I really want... Is there not a way to build these on the water? I don't have any geothermal. It might be like a late game technology to build them on the water. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Alright, anyway, we're gonna be working without power. Some of these buildings do use power to generate more stuff. A lot of the buildings we actually went for don't use power. So I want to get up to... seaside resorts aren't so useful for me. I mean, I could still make use of them. In fact, I might even skip the Eiffel Tower. Well, I definitely want to go for the Eiffel Tower. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up industrialization now. So I can unlock frigates since they take niter. And I can get access to coal and then maybe go for railroads, because railroads could potentially increase the value. I'll need an encampment to build the military engineer to build the railroads, but they could increase the value of my trade routes. Although a lot of my trade routes are across the water, so that might not be the right move. I might just get access to coal so I can sell it to the AI whenever they ask for it. I think I want faith. A lot of faith right now. It feels really good to me, and I definitely want to get science up in this city. So we have another... dude out here. We'll make a decision. We'll probably settle him close just because I don't have an escort for him right now. You're doing a great job exploring for me. Discovered 2 sources of niter. My caravel has a promotion. This volcano is active. And there's a barbarian unit here. Ah, we have a trade pod over in Buenos Aires. Let's get these guys to wait a turn. Granada has Islam as a religion. A city has reached 15 population for the first time in the world. Very cool. And that gives us the boost towards urbanization. I almost never get that boost, so I'm actually quite intrigued by that. We finished the harbor over here. This city lacks housing, but I want to make sure I save up faith so that I can purchase Isidore of Miletus to finish the Chichen Itza really quick. For sure, I want a holy site in here, and for sure, I also want a theater square. The question is, where do I build them? I wouldn't mind building. Well, where do I get benefits for my holy site? Right here on this forest. I don't want to kill that forest though. I think I'm happier to kill this thing, and then also place a theater square just to lock in the price of those districts. The question is, I think I go for the lighthouse here. I want as many trade routes as I can get. We're going to trade for gold. We're emphasizing getting as much gold as we can. We have a settler here. I think if I settle right there, might upset Hungary, but potentially there's like this kind of cool little thing you can do, which is kind of annoy the AI to get them to be mad at you, and then kind of like accept their demand and then get more diplomatic favor. I don't know if I would call that an exploit. It's more of a just like pushing the limits of what, like kind of like just kind of pushing your allies or your neighbors a little bit further than maybe they like. He would like to buy niter off me, and he's willing to pay in chocolate. Chocolate for guns. I'll take that deal. I think anyone in their right mind would take that deal. So we are starting to have some housing issues, and I don't want to spend my faith until I purchase this guy. We got +3 era score for that. See, history timeline. Cool. And you're going to make your way over here. You're going to settle in place and immediately build this. And get to work on a harbor. If I put the harbor here, I'd get more district adjacencies, but this just has better harbor adjacencies in general. I think I'm going to place it here for the district adjacencies. You run back this way. And you run into the city and heal up. Unit needs orders over here. Dido hates me, so I won't be able to explore through here. I might be able to make my way back around. So let's just see if we can make our way over here and get a little bit of an explore on Dido's coast. You also want to buy my niter for amber, gold, and diplomatic favor. I'll take that deal. Diplomatic favor is very... I feel like it's... Maybe I'm overvaluing it. I do have a lot of it. Even 10 of it isn't that much at this point in the game for me. We can start getting archaeologists out and potentially water park districts. We completed the monument in here, so we can go back to faith purchasing. On the theme of faith purchasing, let's get a holy site out. Get our lighthouse for envoy for trade routes. Anyone I should be suzerain that I'm not. Candy. I'd like to keep suzerainty of. I'd like to get to 3 with Bandar Brunei, which give me a bit of era score. I'd like to get to 3 with Muscat, which won't give me era score. I could steal them, which works. So I'm going to teleport you over here so I can finish the Chichen Itza a little bit quicker. And this caravel is making its way back to the capital. Ooh, a barbarian pillaged this. I'm going to need units to defend. Yeah, I've spent just so long settling that the barbarians have been ignored and become a problem. I have a lot of gold. I guess I could purchase a privateer. How does a privateer do against a caravel? I think the privateer wins that fight if it gets the first shot off. And I do want privateers, so let's purchase a pair of privateers. That'll use up all my gold. That's fine. We're getting 500 per turn. That's a decent amount. I feel like gold is a lot more common in the expansion. It feels a little bit easier to get gold, which I'm not complaining about in the slightest. Let's bring you over here. You come up this way. You come up this way. Let's get a shot off from this guy to reduce his health. We completed the harbor over here. I'd like to get the lighthouse up again. Again, I just want these trade routes up. It's a really good time to get those trade routes out and about. You're still healing up. You're just guarding that quadrireme. You're helping me finish this in a reasonable amount of time. You have 3 charges. You should be able to finish it with just 2. That'll give me 1 charge to use as I wish. Let's purchase this and improve it. I think it's all the fishing boats that's giving me so much money, which is, you know, quite interesting. Yeah, I'll take that deal. It's a little bit of niter. I don't plan to use my niter for anything right now, and I'm generating a lot of it per turn. I completed the theater square over here. I definitely want to get the Maori up. I have the harbor, I have the holy site, I have the theater square. I could get the water park up. The question is, do I want to get the water park versus the zoo? Let's have a look. What does the aquarium do again? +1 science to each coastal resource, shipwreck, and reef in this tile. So, let's see. This city has at least 1 reef versus the other. Yeah, I think it might be better to go for the water park in here. I'm gonna plonk it right down there. But, excuse me, sorry for coughing. We're going to get the Maori first. Temple completed in here. Let's pick up the harbor. I am going to want to get archaeological museums up at some point so that I can harvest all the relics that I can find later on. You are coming. I need to find barb camps. So what I'm going to do with you is just go exploring a little bit. You have a bit of a support bonus. That's fine. We're going to settle right here. And then use you to improve some of these. Let's go for the harbor straight away. There's a +2 harbor right there. This isn't a very good city, all things considered, but it should do the trick. So I think I'm going to let those last 5 turns go through. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy twice. We need to get this builder over here to start fixing these tiles that he's pillaged. Let's go ahead and grab that. You're doing a little bit of exploration, and we'll go to the next turn. Looks like another city-state has fallen to aggression. I'm not sure which one it was. Oracle. Oh boy. So I'm going to get you to attack first. Then you're going to attack. Then you're going to take the line of battle promotion. You'll probably take a little hit from this quadrireme, but you should survive. We'll have another privateer coming out to help you in a second. We're going to recruit a great artist. And then I'm going to purchase a art museum in here. I'll just kind of get them as I need them. Let's put a farm down there. And we're just going to hold on to you and try to remember about you. In case there's another thing I'd like to get online. So I think this guy ran away. Oh, he's over here. I missed him. Damn. If he gets a pillage off, that'll be annoying. A little bit of a let's player blindness going on there. Quite easy to miss stuff like that, I gotta say. Let's go ahead and get this crab online. Let's see if we can explore around the back of these mountains. Maybe explore along the northern edge of the map. So we took a hit there, which was to be expected. That killed that. And the privateer shall come over and finish the job and then pillage it. So I'd like to get the shipyard. I think I'm going to purchase the Renaissance walls. City has 2 really good growth tiles. Other than that, it's pretty weak on growth, which is fine. Right. This would give me +1 food. I don't need the aqueduct. I kind of want to purchase this, but I'm going to just hard build it in here. We almost have conservation, so we need to start thinking about builders in a lot of our cities. We are going to have to hard build them. We do have Liang positioned up here. How is the city doing after all? Looks like it's working a lot of gold and food. I might just lock this in to give it a bit of production. Doesn't quite need to go that overboard on food. Let's send this guy over here to guard this passage. We'll go improve that quarry. And you're going to go fix this. He didn't get the pillage off. I've got 2 privateers that I can use to hunt down barb encampments on the coast. I wonder, is anyone emitting CO2 yet? No. Nobody is emitting CO2, and neither are we. Which is good to hear. Since our plan is to try to win the game without ever emitting CO2 ourselves. I don't mind if other people emit it. I can't really control that. But I definitely don't want to emit any CO2. Perhaps we'll get an environmentalism casus belli at some point. Where you can target people who are currently emitting, who are like the leaders of the CO2 emissions. That could be fun. Right. I really want to get the university up, but the trade route is just so appealing to me right now. And I'd also like to build the water park. So I'm going to plonk that down right there. Yep. Go for the trade route. Another religious great work. Coastal raid. You pull back to heal. You pull back to heal. You pull back to heal. I can upgrade you next turn when I have enough niter, provided I don't sell it, which I'm kind of likely to do because I'm forgetful that way. You'll be able to pillage this next turn, and you are hunting for that barb camp. Oh dear, there's those quadrirooms we found like way earlier in the game. You go get those horses online, and then I want you to run over here and get that tribal village. Oh my goodness. You should be fine to do it that way. Oh, a free relic. Hello. That was well worth it. So let's get you upgraded and healing. Hey, some error score from upgrading a unit with niter. I'm going to take Embalon on this guy since I have one that has movement speed. Unit needs orders over here. We cleared out this barb camp. I'd like to build improvement quarry. Yes. Do I have any harbors built that don't have shipyards? I'm building a shipyard there. Maybe in the capital I could get a shipyard and purchase it and give it even more production. That'll give me steam power. We almost have industrialization, but we don't plan on building workshops at all. It might seem a little bit silly, actually, to... No, I'm not going to sell mine either. It might seem a little silly to run a a preview campaign where I basically ignore an entire feature of the expansions, which is, you know... Oh, they can come out. I thought they were locked into the shallow water. I was wrong, so I just lost a privateer, which sucks. There's about 1,000 gold lost there. Not the end of the world, but quite painful. We also got the Chichen Itza, and now the yields in this city getting even bonkers. If you thought Reddit was gonna absolutely spunk their jocks the first time around, wait until they see this. And I'm not even done. I haven't even built like the entertainment district in here, which will give +1 science to all of these. Rain. Oh my god! Look at these yields. It's incredible. All right, let's go through all of our cities and just faith purchase a bunch of walls. You already have all your walls. Faith purchase here. Medieval, Renaissance, medieval, Renaissance. Can't do any more. Right, so we're starting to get all our walls out. And the reason we're getting all our walls out is because conservation is going to give us +6 tourism for every complete, like, full, like, complement of ancient, medieval, and Renaissance wall. Because it's +1, 2, and 3 for them, respectively. Right, what do we want to do here? Ideally, we would like to grow a little bit. I might even focus growth just a scooch. Oh, this has been pillaged. Well, I could also really use builders. Yeah, I could really start using builders at this point in the game. So I'm going to start focusing a little bit on making some builders. I think there were barbarian ships around here, so I'm going to send you over here to sort of help with that. And in fact, it's actually getting pretty late into this episode, about 36 minutes in. So I'm going to call that the end of this episode. We'll put a cut in this video, as Quill would say. I've been watching a lot of Quill videos since he released his his Gathering Storm stuff, and now I'm taking on his mannerisms. He's like the Borg. I will be assimilated into the Quill 18 hive mind. So please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.